Hello everyone, welcome to my 2026 reading journal setup. I'm very excited to set up these spreads for the new year and I hope you are too. So the journal I'm using is the Paper Age Dotted Notebook. I just get these off Amazon. They go for about $12-ish, so I will link this one below if you want to check it out. I've been using the Paper Age journals for the past 3 to 4 years and they haven't let me down. They're very high quality and very affordable, so I definitely recommend, especially if you are just wanting to start doing a reading journal. It's really perfect. Good page size, not much like bleed through, like depending on what markers you use and whatnot. But overall, they're really high quality. And this is my previous reading journal, and obviously I filled it up quite a bit, so it's definitely lasted me a long time. I've used this past one for about 2 years. This was a different one that is kind of just more like a casual journal, undotted. So we will start with this lovely little green notebook. I try to choose a different color every year, just so I can switch it up and like differentiate from year to year. I don't want to just like keep doing a black journal every year. It's kind of boring, even though I put stickers on it. So I'm just going to start by putting some stickers on the cover of the journal. I do this with everyone, and it's just a way for me to personalize them, make them my own, and also tell which one is which year. And a lot of these stickers are just ones I've compiled over the years, but I try to switch it up every year and just make it me, make it look aesthetically pleasing, but also like my journal. Next, we'll get into starting with just marking my name on the title page, just so we know it's my journal. We will begin with creating the cover page for the actual reading journal. I've already sketched out most of these spreads, and I never used to do that, but after keeping a reading journal for so many years, I've kind of figured out what spreads work and which ones don't for like an annual reading journal tracker spreads, things like that. So I'm just trying to keep it organized, and also sketching it out, I realized has helped me like make it look the way I want to. Like most of the time I don't go into these spreads with an idea in mind. I kind of just, do what I want, have the freedom to create what I think looks good. was a bit more intentional this year with how I put it together. But I'm going to be using this Studio Ghibli craft paper. I think it's actually origami paper, but I love the designs and I thought I'd make my annual spreads themed around this Castle in the Sky paper. And then as for other supplies, I really just use what I have in my stationery collection, and by no means is that collection huge. I get everything from craft stores like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, like washi tapes, pens, stickers, and such. I don't do or use anything too fancy. I just keep it simple, do what I want, what is in my skill set, what works for me. And I'm also not a big artist. I tend to rely on stickers and washi tape, and I very minimally draw things, and if I do, it's from a reference photo on Pinterest. Also, I most definitely wrote 2025 while making this title page. I can't believe it's going to be 2026. That actually is really crazy, but I'm very excited for the new year. I'm hoping to really prioritize reading slowly and consistently and just really immerse myself in my reads. I also want to do more hobbies and just be more intentional with what I spend my time on. But this first spread, besides the cover page, is my favorite books of each month spread. I had this in my 2025 reading journal, and I thought it would be good to start with as a way to display my top reads of the year. That way I open it and I can see which books I've read so far, which books I love, which have been my favorites, as I get into more of my fun tracking. And now we move on to part 2, which is the reading goals spread. This kind of changes every year just from what I want to prioritize going into the new year, but some of my goals for 2026 are to read 50 books. I feel like that's more of like a low number for me now. I read 75 this year, so far at least. So I'm kind of lowballing it, but we'll see where the year takes me. I also want to finish series I'm in the middle of. I'm in the middle of like 20 plus series, I think, and it's really bad. I would like to get some off that list. I also want to get my physical TBR down to 30. It's about 80 right now, so technically if I read 50 books of my physical TBR, I will be crossing off 2 goals, but I don't think that'll happen. And then I would like to read 1 library book a month, any format, ebook, audiobook, physical book, doesn't matter. I would like to review more books I read, like post them on Goodreads or my Instagram, and just share my thoughts about books more. I would like to read Laini Taylor's backlist since she is my favorite author and I need to catch up on the books she's written so far. And then I would also like to read 2 classics and to also read my pre-orders sometime. I don't really pre-order too many books, but the ones I do, I would like to read them as soon as they arrive. That way they're done. This monthly challenge I'm working on right now is just to track some statistics from each month, like if I read a library book or an audiobook. I'm trying to cut down my physical TBR, so I'm challenging myself to read from it each month as well. It's kind of just to see how I'm doing with my goals and like what I'm prioritizing each month. So hopefully that entire box down there will be filled up. Next spread we're doing is the series tracker. Like I said, I'm in between like 20 plus series, and not all of them are on this list just because there are some that I don't know if I'll continue, or I haven't started the first book yet, but these are the main ones that I am in the middle of that I would like to continue. And basically this spread just helps me remember which book I left off on, because I don't own copies of every series, so sometimes it's hard for me to keep track of them. And typically I don't add series I haven't started to this list just in case I don't end up starting them in this year, but 2026 is going to be the year that I finish series. I am determined. And I'm able to start new ones. That's what I want to do. I want to finish ones in the middle of, that way I can start new books, start new series, and, create that cycle. So that's going to be a big priority for me. But I also left room here just in case there are other series I don't plan on starting this year, but I might, or ones that aren't on my radar yet, ones I haven't even thought of to read, so we'll see where the year takes me. And to part 4, we are doing the 26 books I want to read in 2026. Also, sorry for the lighting change. I had to film this during multiple days. And to be honest, I really like the concept of this spread and this TBR challenge, but honestly I think I'll stop doing this list after this year, just because as the years get higher, I don't want to have to read a set 30 books or 40 books or whatever. I'm a big mood reader, like I said, so I want to prioritize the books I'm genuinely excited about and want to read. So I think for next year, I'll probably just do a list of 10 to 15 as a yearly TBR that are my top priorities instead of matching the number, just because it's getting so high every year. So in the past, I've never really been good about sticking to this list, but my goal is to try as hard as I can to check off every book in 2026, just because I've made this year's list a lot more realistic, I think. And if you want to see my full discussion about this, definitely go watch my dedicated video for it. I will have it linked for you. Okay, moving on to part 5, we are at the 2026 new releases spread. Honestly, there isn't much on this list. I tend to really want to read a lot more new releases than I'm capable of, so this year I tried to choose ones that I was genuinely excited about, genuinely that I think will be something that I like buy, pre-order, go to the bookstore, and like want to read, make it a priority to get to in the year. Most of these are definitely at the first half of this year. There aren't many in the later half that I know about, so if you have any that you think sound interesting, let me know. I'm curious to see what is coming out in 2026. And then I set it up this way just because it was easy for me to keep track of the title, author, and the date. I don't really think the cover is important, like obviously it is, but it would just take up way too much room if I put every book cover, so this kind of like bird's eye view of the new releases is really helpful for me to stay organized. And next we have my Fable book club spread. I recently started a book club on the Fable app. Basically, every month you choose a book to read together and you can share your thoughts in like the forums, and it's split up by each chapter, so you don't get spoiled. You can open what chapter you're on and see what other people in the club have thought and have written about it. And I just started this in the later half of this year, 2025, but I really want to be consistent with it for 2026, and hopefully we can have a lot more people join and we can choose the reads for each month and vote on them, and I think it'll be really, really fun, and it's called Frolicking Through Fantasy. If you are interested in joining, I will have that link below as well. I definitely think you should. Now moving on to my wishlist spread. This is more just a way to keep track of the books that are on my like immediate radar, like ones that I don't own, because I've really transitioned to using the library for almost every book that I don't own and that I want to read, because I cannot afford to buy all those books, but also I just don't have the space, and I'm trying to be more conscious about the books like I buy, and I keep these ones I feel like I will enjoy, I feel like I will like, and they're on my immediate wish list. So that way, if I'm going book shopping or I'm like need to give someone a gift idea or something, I don't know, these are the ones that are like my top priorities. So it's more of just a visual way to see that, and like have it on paper. And I'm also trying to minimize my physical TBR, so I didn't put that many on here because I'm trying to be smart and be more conscious about the books that I'm bringing home with me. Moving on to probably my favorite spread of my entire 2026 setup is my book tracker. This is the one that I feel like everyone does with the shelves and then the books, and then once you read a book, you mark it off and you color it in according to whatever key you set, and then you add the decor on the shelves, and it's basically like a big bookshelf. And I just think it's so fun. I really, really love setting this one up this year. I just feel like it's the best one I've done and the most like particular one I've done. Like, I feel like I really put a lot of thought into how I was going to design it. And I did take a lot of inspiration from this Pinterest post I saw. I'll put it up on the screen right now. Definitely from the fireplace. That was what got me. I just really loved how that looked. It looked very cozy, and I would definitely want a fireplace in my library one day. Slippers. So I think I put around 80 books on this spread. That's why it looks kind of empty. But since my reading goal is around 50, but I read like 75 this year, I just have no clue how many I'm going to get to in 2026. So I left extra space if I need it. If not, it is what it is. But I left enough books for I think about 80. Alright everyone, so here is the final flip through of my reading journal spreads for 2026. I just wanted to give you like a formal glance over it just in case you wanted to screenshot it and save it for your own journal, like inspiration, or you just wanted to see the full thing without me. Sorry, my cat isn't here too. Or you just wanted to see the full thing without me in the way, like setting it up. So let's begin. So I still haven't done anything with my title page here. I might do like a little collage thing or something up top here, but honestly, I couldn't really think of anything. I didn't have any ideas, so if you have some ideas, let me know. I would love to hear them. And so here is the cover page. I really love how this turned out with the Castle in the Sky paper. I think this is actually like origami paper, but I still think it works really well. The washi tape did not turn out that well, but honestly, I don't really care. It's just for display. And then I also really like how this turned out. I feel like it's very straightforward, not much going on, but once the book covers are in there, it'll look a lot better. And I also really like how these ones turned out. So my reading goals and my wish list. Honestly, this is a small wish list. I feel like there will definitely be more books than this than I want to buy, but I'm trying to limit the books I buy. So I didn't want to make it like too extensive. And I also am really happy with the reading goals. I feel like, again, it's straightforward and it's not like too chaotic or anything. And then we have the 2026 new releases. Again, it's pretty simple, but I like how it's so cohesive with the theme of like the navy blue and the stars. And I don't have many like anticipated releases for the second half of 2026, but that's just because I don't really know of many. So I'm sure as I hear about them, they will be added. But the first half is looking very promising, especially February. And then we have my series tracker. I did edit this a bit since you saw me set it up, so I filled in the series I have read, and then I actually like added this little washi tape down here because this little Dutch door part was looking really strange, so I decided to switch it around a bit. But we have it all updated, and I'm not the craziest about this colored pencil background, but I don't mind it too much. It's fine. I still haven't filled in Saga yet, but I just kind of forgot where I left off. This is probably my favorite spread of the journal, actually one of them, but I just really love how this looks. The covers look so nice, and I'm just really excited to like read all these hopefully and be able to put like the ratings underneath. I'm looking forward to filling this one in. This one is actually probably my favorite one. I'm really proud of how this turned out, and yes, the bookshelf is not completely filled in, but this has about 80 books, which I tend to read 50 to 70 this year. In 2025 I read about 75 so far, so I don't really know what next year is going to look like just because I'll be graduating college, so I'll have a lot more time in like the second half of the year and over the summer, but I still don't want to like aim too high. This next year will be me like testing the waters, so we might add books, we might add more decor or something, but I ended up doing a little key of like pinky orange tones. I wanted to do like green or blue, but I just didn't really have the colors I wanted, so I might end up changing that. I don't really know yet, but I really like how this fireplace turned out. I got the inspiration from Pinterest. And then I also really like these two. This is my Fable book club, so I actually just decided to start it in the later half of 2025, but I definitely plan to be super consistent with it in 2026. I would love to like grow community and just share books with all my different friends that I make on there. So if you're looking to join, definitely go click the link in my description and you can join the Fable book club. It's called Frolicking Through Fantasy. Every month we'll read a new fantasy book, and we can vote on it and just share our thoughts with each other. And I definitely want to keep this up so I can do like reading vlogs of the books we read. I feel like that would be really, really fun. This one is for 5-star reads, so there's only 9 spots, but I wanted to use the rest of this paper. But I feel like I'm very picky about the books I give 5 stars, so I don't know how quickly this will fill up. If it will fill up at all, we'll just have to see. And then this is my physical TBR spread. So I've got about 80 books in my physical TBR, and there's not much room to add things, but again, I'm trying to limit the books I buy. I'm trying to use the library more and like read the books I own. That's why I made this spread. So when I read a book, I can cross it off and officially remove it from the list. And then I actually did make this 2026 personal goals spread. So on the left here we have some personal goals, and then the right is like the mid-year check-in. So halfway through the year I'll assess Here she comes. Slippers. Hi, baby. I know you want attention. So halfway through the year, I'll assess. Yes, I know you want love. You're so needy. So halfway through the year, I will assess the progress that I've made on these goals so far, and we can see what I need to change, what I need to improve on, what my priorities are for the second half of the year, and like what's gone well for the first half. So some of the goals I have, I really want to prioritize like slowing down and like not having to like speed through books or like activities, hobbies, whatever. I just really want to like take time and enjoy things. And part of that is less screen time. I don't want to spend as much time on my phone. I'm really sick of just like doom scrolling all the time. So I'm trying to also be more present and intentional. So those first three kind of tied together in a way. And then I want to practice German more outside of my classes. If you don't know, I am a German minor in college. So I'll graduate in May. But I want to like use more language apps more and kind of just like study vocabulary and like do it on my own time. That way I like can still keep it up and be consistent with it even if I'm not in class. And then I also want to save $500 a month. That's just more of a personal finance goal. And then I want to just be more consistent all across my life, whether it's the gym or with YouTube uploads, reading, hobbies. I just want to like consistently work on the things that inspire me and that I enjoy doing creatively. I want to finish my final semester strong. It'll be hard because senioritis has really gotten to me, but I feel like I can really power through and work hard. I also want to pray and read the Bible every day, write every day so I can finish the first draft of my book and also start outlining the rest of the books that I would like to write. I really just want to make writing like a central part of my daily routine. I also want to attempt cycle syncing. I've seen a lot about that recently and I feel like it's really interesting and will probably be really helpful, so I'll need to like read up on it more and do some more research, but I just kind of want to attempt it. And then I also want to do more social media detoxes, so whether it's like I get off my phone completely at a certain time every night or I just like, you know, delete the app from my home screen. I already have like app blockers for Instagram, but I think I definitely need to do that for YouTube as well because if I'm not doing something like actively, I'm going to be on my phone and I just really want to stop doing that because it really just like kills my motivation. It kills everything. So I need to stop being on social media all the time. And then overall, I just want to romanticize my life more. So all of these kind of play into that, but I just want to make that a priority. So those are all the spreads I've done so far. I did leave like, I think 2 blank pages if I want to add any more like yearly spreads, but then this will be my like January spread. Hello. So yeah, that is my 2026 journal setup. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, watching me set up the spreads, and also my cat crashing the party. But yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment what one of your goals is for the new year or a book you're looking forward to reading in the new year. I would love to know. So yeah, thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!